Hello one and all, this is So Hellkite. Welcome back for another episode of Monster Hunter World, a breakdown video of the new Elder Dragon trailer. I've been getting quite a few messages actually to cover this video. Well, I wanted to get a special guest on once again. He makes the women will drop to their knees of his knowledge of Monster Hunter, and the guys jealous of his sumptuous, sexy beard.
I make them bone thongs drop.
I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Brother Virtue. Let's crack on with the video. We're going to go down to the breakdown video. We're going to slow it down and go through each and every bit and kind of pause it at like main bits. Well, first of all, I'm going to pause straight away. I know it's very quick, but like, yo, Tundra, what's this, man? But is Tundra and lava together? I can see, look at the bottom left corner of the screen here. There's some lava. That
seems to be the common theory and/or consensus, is that the two zones are either connected, or that maybe this isn't necessarily an ice zone, it's just the light reflecting off the crystals themselves.
But like, maybe it's like Kushala the Ura and Teostra like sort of made this area like, I mean, they can't actually make elements, but of course Kushala can bring weather with him, like,
yeah,
storms
it can bring weather with him. It does seem like in the trailer footage they're fighting each other, and the elements are present in their combat.
So yeah, it doesn't look like maybe it's maybe the lava and the ice area. My assumption is basically one map together. The storm's going on as well. This looks really cool, the dripping lava. I don't need to pause it here.
I think it was in the second gen, in one of the upper zones, that when Teo went to go rest, it actually went through that lava waterfall.
I did not see that. I need to say.
Or it would come out, like maybe it was like a recess in the back where it would like come up and out.
I need to look that up now. That's his. That's kind of like him. Looks like he's shooting that powder, like, you know, the classic sort of, you know, powder goes over and he bites his, you know, thing, and they detonate all over the place. Or maybe
the snapfire attack movements.
Or he's just, you know, basically just flapping fire away and doing that effect. Personally, it looks like the dust in my opinion. This looks a bit more, well,
it could be a new supernova.
Maybe. And oh, Kushala Deira, my boy. So will Kushala be going in different maps, not just this one? Because Kushala can like travel around. Like, I remember in old versions, when you're in the snowy area and you shot wind at you, you basically turn into a snowman. But when it's not in the snow area, you just get knocked flying.
What I'm interested in is if there's going to be variants of Kushala, because there's always been like the rust bucket form of Kushala where it's like molting and it's more like that rustic red. You can see it kind of on his nose, and then as it, you know, goes through its cycle, or you know, becomes bigger and so on, then it sheds that skin and then goes on.
Yeah, and like had this one, but it's like, of course you have the first one when it like sheds its skin, it's kind of like the golden monster. It looks really cool. I really like that idea. Of course, Kushala are like just gold, and then of course when the wind hits it, then, you know, steals up. Right, let's push on. Of course, we got the hub, and this looks so good. So I'm guessing, of course, you know, we know straight away that up there is the hub.
The top boat is going to be the hub itself. That's where you're going to make your circle of 8s, or by American terminology, squads. So you can have up to like 3 of those, 50 members each. And
dude, did you watch the live?
For different uses.
Did you watch the live stream with everyone in there, 16 people?
There's a crazy amount.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Okay, here we go. Armor sets. I can see, of course, here's the Ingot armor. The cat's wearing like the basic Ingot armor, it looks like. Anjanaf's here. This one, bulky looking armor here. Here's a bone cat down here. I think this is, it looks like kind of, I'm just off the bat.
Radoban, possibly.
Yeah, Audubon's armor set, you know, just bone. Here, I can't even see that there. That's probably Tizieti, but he's not wearing the helmet there. Rathalos is here. This guy here, I can't really see these ones over here because these banners are all in the way. I noticed this before actually. Virtue sent me a message here. This guy here on the back left, this is like a Plague Doctor looking armor set.
I'm almost wondering if either, because I mean, if it is a Plague Doctor armor set, then it could be pertaining to that new zombie dragon.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of the aesthetic goes with it, the theming. If it isn't that, then there's always a possibility, because there's always been like a guild set per each iteration. So it could be Guild Lobos, it could be the Guild Knight. We also haven't really taken into account that we could be seeing pigments on armors without realizing it in these trailers, so maybe that's like a coloration to an armor set.
Maybe.
Or maybe that's just a standardized
Or what I'm gonna go with, maybe it is one of the sort of dragons in the Rotten Vert, and it gives you a defense buff on the miasma, so you don't actually get affected by the miasma when you're running through it. Because, you know,
I would like the idea of like a plague doctor. That'd be kind of cool.
it would definitely fit the aesthetic of the Rotten Veil as well. It would be really good. Oh, important actually. This is what's his name's? Oh god, the big dude.
Zora Magdaros.
See, I can't get his name right. Zora Magdaros. Okay, fair enough then. But that's one of his things. That's definitely one of his little sprouts.
There's also other areas that, like in some of the trailers, they showed some of the footage. I can't remember which trailer it was. At least the last one where it's showing like all the different character arcs from the different fleets. They showed one of those in what appeared to be the ancient forest. So I'm presuming that as the story goes along, that you may see those objects in the environment, and then once you're doing like your normal quests or just the typical Monster Hunter 8 to 5 grind, you know, punch in, punch out, those are not going to be present.
But so later in the trailer, though, what I noticed, when the flies go near it, it turns blue. And basically, the impression is what people are thinking. When the fly turns blue, it means there's an Elder Dragon nearby.
It's been verified since TGS that blue scout flies is, in fact, Elder related. So,
basically, does this thing spawn Nergigante? Because Nergigante is pretty much on Zora Magdaros, isn't he? Does this thing lure him to this area? Does he come from that little rock? It'd be interesting to see, actually.
It's an interesting idea. I mean, I don't know to what extent they're going for like immersion, because, you know, if that was the case, then you'd see like a big old molten slush trail of these things everywhere. But it seems like they seem almost kind of be like planted incrementally throughout the zone, so maybe they're coming from somewhere else. Or,
maybe.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot you could think about in regards to that.
Definitely. Crack on.
They seem like the same tone.
This dude was a huge surprise. Honestly.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting. It's another fanged wyvern, like a thief wyvern, like Jagras and Gillos. So it's related to them.
He's so cool. That's kind of this big ass frog-looking monster. What's his name? He has a funny name to some Wolfie sent me a message of him.
Let's see. I've seen it before, but it's Dorogamaro or Dorogama.
Dorogama. I mean, is that the Western name? Is it Dorogama?
It seems like for these newer monsters, there really isn't a difference between like a Japanese name and an English name. It's just like whatever their name is. Okay. And pre-existing monsters have the variants between them.
Showing here as well. This is kind of the iron armor, but this red thing here. I looked at the trailer imagery for this, and it's got like a Rathalos's wing to the Chrome Razor or something, which is quite cool. The Iron Longsword. It looks pretty cool. So you can actually add bits, as we noticed in the previous Rotten Veil video. What we did, the guy with the sword and shield, the Iron Sword and Shield on the shield had like a Rathalos like scale on it or something.
Right. Also, the wiki lists it as having Blast Blight, so I would say that looks like Blast Slime is making a return in this game, possibly. So
hopefully other monsters have Blast Blight. This guy's really cool. Apparently he eats like flaming rocks, so does he eat Oregon's rock when he throws them at you? He eats explosive rocks. When Oregon throws the rock, he walks on his nozzle and runs away. That'd be hilarious. Oregon will get pretty annoyed at him. I also got, Toby Kadachi. Such a cool monster. Something here to pause. Now here's something to pause. Oh, this guy. Let me pause it here. Good put here. There we go.
Now this thing doesn't, to my knowledge, doesn't currently have a name. I know that there's been a couple sources that have been speculating that it's related to the Fatalis family or the Mira family, Mira Balkan, Mira Boreas.
I'm trying to pause it.
I don't know, that early pose as it's on all fours just is kind of, I don't know, very uncommon to me for like something of the Fatalis family, but his body shape is pretty similar.
He is just terrifying. They've nailed the design of this guy for the Rotten Veil. He's like wearing skin.
I still want to call it Gilkuza from when we were talking about Monster Hunter or the manga.
No, yeah. That the love, like the undead zombie dragon. So he's clearly not undead, because that would be kind of silly. That wouldn't really fit in the Monster universe. Undead dragons. Actually, I wouldn't say Narkarkos is undead, because he uses bones of like dead monsters. But no, right. This guy is just cool. He's a really creepy ass design, and what's this miasma he's throwing on the ground or something?
See, I was curious about that, because the miasma normally in the Rotten Veil has that orange yellowy tint to it, and
so it's just like a smoke screen or something.
it seems like the player is affected by it as the footage goes on. So I mean, I don't know if it's just
also
it's maybe like a wind resistance or like a.
Sorry, I just want to point out Diablos.
Yeah, the Diablos gear. Yeah, it looks nice.
It looks good. It looks really good. What else we got here? Yeah, look at that. It's literally. It looks like a smoke screen, and he pushes him back. You know, that's not a pushback. That's a normal bow.
Yeah, it does actually look like the smoke screen from the flowers.
Because you can't really see anything, so he must use that to his advantage to just jump around and just smack down on hunters that don't really know what they're doing or not prepared for him to jump around and stuff. So that's gonna be really
definitely creepy.
Oh, it's insanely creepy. Look at that. He just got completely. I'm going to go back there quickly. Look how blinded he got. You couldn't see him. You couldn't see him. You literally can't see him. And he gets hit as well. Literally at this bit as well. Look, it's smack. There we go. Boof. So
I was going to say for like the new monster designs of World, we haven't really seen like a Keizu, Giganox, just a general like slithery, nasty monster that is present in the series. But this thing, I think that takes the cake.
Because just the insect. This insect glaive. Some guys like.
So that's the armor that someone would say it might have been Odogaron, but it kind of looks like it matches that Plague Doctor.
Looks like no. I was thinking it like. See the bottom bit here. This bit here looks like. Sorry, the bottom bit looks like Nagakuga. But it's not Nagakuga. Well, it might be because
as she flips around, she's got a face mask. But I mean, I don't.
There, you got like some thong here. Bloody hell, the cosplay man.
Ooh.
Yeah, the little leg here as well. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to look at that. Yeah, there's the customization of the insects here because we're in the beta.
I do like that.
I like they showed that off.
Make science a little easier. I want to say that's the Legiana version. Honestly, I think
full
Legiana has the horns that stripe out.
It's armor set for a raptor sort of looking armor set, like Velocidrome, Gamprey. This armor set looks amazing. It looks really cool, really unique. It's got like its quite own glider cape here. It looks really cool.
Sort of superhero looking.
Teostra, what's he doing? That's what it looks like.
This is what we're talking about briefly, but that movement where the embers come out of his body, then spray on the ground,
that's the dust effect.
I think he chomps his teeth in this.
Looks like he's about to bite down here. Yeah.
We call it snap.
There we
fire.
go. There we go. The snap fire. There we go. So it looks like the dust actually, instead of in the previous titles where it would you would always see him go in a certain area.
Drift around.
It wouldn't drift around, but like what's going to happen in the previous ones. Like
it's like an AOE almost.
If he flaps
like designated area.
If he flaps his wings a lot, it's going to be wide. If he flaps his wings a little bit, it's going to be close. But it looks like this one, he just jumps up. The dust just goes everywhere, but it's random. So you got to be really careful with positioning. You got to be really careful. As you see, he's diving out the way out of his dear life. It's and then he goes. Oh, there we go. Boof. Just giant explosion because the dust particles there. This, I lost my mind with this. Lost my mind. The fact that the Elder Dragons have this really cool turf war and they tussle. I mean, is it 50-50? Because Koshal Diura and Teostra are two powerful Elder Dragons. Is because Anjanath's always going to beat the Jagras. The Diablos is always going to beat the Baroth.
No, we talked about this this apex monster / pinnacle of the food chain mechanic in earlier videos where we broke things down. But I'm almost wondering, like, if an elder is capable of coming into any other map, like if Tio can go in, like, say, the desert, because that wouldn't be all that uncommon for him, or if Kushala could go into the forest, or jungle, which isn't all that uncommon for him.
No.
Do they just suddenly usurp any apex monster and just destroy them? Because I would imagine a turf war between an elder and just a standard monster, there really is no fighting that.
Or was it depending how weak the monster? Because I know it's like, what I really liked about the beta, what I was really worried about the beta, as soon as an Anjanath will see a Jagras, it would just pin it straight away, but it wasn't the case. Sometimes it
really
happen.
Wasn't as scripted as we kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say that we perceived everything as being scripted, but there was definitely the worry there from the footage.
I was really worried about that. It's like, is it going to be every time, like, oh, here's a monster about to do this, we can do that, but no, it was random. Like, sometimes a Jagras would appear and just completely slam the Anjanath. Or likewise, the Anjanath with the Rathalos.
Exactly. Like if the monster was, like let's say Anjanath was distracted with you, then Jagras could actually get in a couple cheap hits and then dip out. Or if monster was focused on you, you could use the other monster to then turf war that monster and weaken it for you. So there's a lot of ways to really utilize monsters against each other. I guess depending on the situation.
It's really cool though because this is in a volcano area, but yet there's a giant icicle crystal right here. So it's looking more like I said the two areas are connected, or maybe when certain dragons are around, there's different like structures.
Elements present.
There are different elements are present. For Koshali, there's going to be a storm. There's going to be icicles around, maybe Teostra.
Well, you think about Coral Highlands. You have this lush like Coral Highlands as it's in the name. But at the very top of it, where Legiana is essentially the apex monster, you know, it's colder. It's able to utilize its environment to generate or better use its elements against you. Whereas in lower down, then you kind of get into the Rotten Vale, a little more steamy, a little more hot. You see like more leathery looking reptilian creatures, as well as, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean,
man.
I know what you mean. Like, you know, like kind of like heaven and hell. There you go.
Yeah, it's like the fire and ice combat all over again.
Here we go. Oh, so cool. This is cool. This is Goro Magdaros here. You can see him barely in the distance there. I didn't see that at first. I only saw it just now as a big thing in the different. This is your Winddraken as a hunter. With this is a cutscene from a storyline because that's the handler right there.
I believe that's the Barnos winged drake. We haven't had a whole lot of information. The Raffinos are the ones in the Coral Highlands.
He's big. He's very big. This guy is. So I'm guessing, like, I don't want to say I spoil myself for it straight away, but I'm guessing the expedition when you first fight him, the Goro Magdaros, fails. It just fails. And you're trying to run away from him, maybe, and you need to come back and get, you know, another plan to fight Goro Magdaros when he's trudging along the new area of the map. I think that's going to happen.
In the past games, they would have early encounters with, like, say, like a Lao Shan Lang. It was always like a repel at a lower HR or lower rank. And then later in the game, you were actually able to kill it. Maybe now that we have the tech and the support and the advancements of the series, that story-wise, like, you could repel, like you're saying, you could essentially fail your first few attempts to
maybe, but I'm thinking
back.
I think it's storyline based. Literally, you are because when you first start the game, you are on Goro Magdaros' back. You're on his back, so I'm assuming you fail that bit. And you fight him again and again with the expedition team. You meet up with more people to fight, you know, to fight this monster. So
I could see it as a repeating trend.
I can see this just being like you know, another sort of unlike games in the past. Storytelling, where you are gonna fail the first time. There's no way in hell you're gonna beat that guy first time because the gear you got is low. You're unprepared. You know, Nagagante probably pops up somewhere. Who knows? This is cool. Like I said, this is like, you know, Goro Magdaros is saying blue flies out of dragons.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming maybe the monsters inside that was like, oh no, this is a particle, so we're just like tracking where this big ass monster's going.
Wouldn't it be disturbing if those deposits were all Nargantes by themselves? Like
I mentioned
there's just
that,
like a fleet of them.
A fleet of Nagagantes.
They're like seedlings. They just
like that basically inside there's an egg. Inside them things is an egg, and it's like, you know, making it hatch quicker because it's warm inside there, so it hatches quicker.
Some Godzilla Muto stuff.
It'll be quite cool. Good old Nagagante. Yeah, this looks like a sort of, you know, Astados' armor set here.
It does, yeah.
I'm looking forward to customize. The character customization is going to be fantastic. It's a shame we can't get massive beards though.
I mean, there is some beard options.
Some. There's light though. Very light.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. Let's see what everyone's got. Here we go. Goro Magdaros here.
The females can have beards as well. They've had a couple images of that.
There's a guy falling here. Look, if you head back just ever so slightly, just look at the top left corner here. Yeah, ready?
What's that famous scream? You just need to play that footage and do the Wilhelm. I know he looks like the guy.
He looks like that guy.
I'm familiar enough.
He knows this guy. He knows this guy. He knows this guy. He looks like him. He just looks like an older version of him, but in Hunter x Hunter he's dead. I'm assuming he's some. Okay, whoa. Okay, we have the Inga armor. Forest armor. Raytheon armor? Female? Let's look like the cap here.
You were reaching right there, sir.
Well, it looks like the Raytheon has kind of like the little cap, doesn't it? Like in the female helmet has like a cap, doesn't it? This one here, right at the back here. This one's just new flagship armor set. Okay, old lady. Going to see that creepy guy. Oh, dude. with eye patch is from your expedition, I'm guessing, with the guy who lost his Dragonator.
Mm-hmm.
How do you lose a Dragonator?
That's me in like, I don't know, another 30 years if I go bald.
This guy's called the Wyverian. He doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When are we going to be able to play as Wyverians?
We've always been descendants of Wyverians.
Yeah, but I want to have the ears, man. I dig the elf look.
The Wyverian race is broken up like as far as like the veggie elders or like the elders, the small little hermit dudes with the elven ears, and then you have your nomadic Wyverian race, which typically go about and start a town like Jumbo with those, and then you have like the Wyverian true elders with the oldest. Those are the big, giant, massive dudes. So you have like the giant swords sitting around, things of that sort.
Like, these guys don't really fight. They kind of just like watch everything because, of course, the hunters in the previous past did mess up royally. So the Wyverians are kind of respect nature.
That might be an assumption. I mean, maybe they do fight, maybe they don't. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. You know, this guy looks really cool though. I'm not sure what voice acting I want to do. Traditional Monster Hunter, English.
Kind of reminds me of the priest in the 4U storyline at the very end.
Yeah, right at the end.
Like kind of like, you know, had traveled the land, had seen things, and then it was also related to the brother that made the town of Jumbo.
Yes.
And then there's what was it, the Argosy. He was a nomadic Wyverian.
This armor set, man, the classic armor set from.
It's the classic second gen helm of Ian with like the frontier body, like chest and gauntlets.
It's got like a little tabard here in a way. It just looks so cool. This armor set just does. But it's like a mixture between, like you said, the first and second, because it's got like. I'll put it on the screen now of like the first looking armor set, but it's just the helmet that's different. But that just looks really cool.
I'm digging it. I'm also wondering if that's the verdant, what is it? The verdant green? Is that? I'm trying to remember the name of it. The long sword that was Ian's poison sword.
It looks no, that is hands down. That is an iconic long sword. That is definitely hers. Has to be.
What is it? Autumn was Los, and what was Ian's?
Thing is though, right, I'm guessing with this guy, right, he is off, what I've heard, he's off the first expedition, so he was like the first guy to head over here. His armor is battered. Look at this, it's all chipped here, chipped on his helmet, it's all battered, and his armor's not as colourful as like what you could get out. He has been into a lot of tussles, it looks like, a lot of hustles and tussles. He looks battered, he looks old, he looks tired, he looks battered. But that's cool, he's a veteran hunter. This is a veteran hunter right here. From the first expedition. As far as what I've read into it, and people have said he is off the first expedition. Very cool character. He's going to be really cool because he has a cutscene where he actually fights Nagi.
He started playing in 2004.
So it's basically you under there. What's this little pedal here? What's this? What's this fidget spinner thing here? It's like monsters. It's like a
watch. Someone's gonna animate that just to spin in place and put like the MLG horns to it.
the Shane, like the contrast thrown up in the air, shaking the screen all over the place. But no, I don't know. Maybe it's just something not relevant at all. Maybe it's something I don't know, but it seems pretty cool. I like the handler. Tell you what, though, right?
It's a fidget spinner.
Maybe it's a monster and a fidget spinner. Like.
It kind of reminds. Well, I feel like it just constantly keep going back to 4U, but since 4U had like the most story value out of like the previous Monster Hunters for like the single player campaign, the captain had that golden scale from
Shagadu, yes.
And
I had it.
So I'm wondering, like, you know, like, is this just a flower and it's just supposed to be, you know, a sappy moment, or is this something
sad?
Maybe I'm reading into it too much.
Maybe it's a flower monster. Let's keep going.
I hate you.
Okay, what else? This guy's wearing. Oh, he is looking badass. What's he got? Oh, baby! This is the Raytheon armor set, and he's got like a new longsword here. What's this longsword?
You know, playing the beta, I did not see that.
Wait, there we go. Look at that.
But that move looks so sick.
Look at this. It looks like kind of the bone version of a longsword. It's got like these jaw things here. That's like maybe the first stage of it. Like, but he glows, so he might have to hit something. It might be new moves they're adding into that.
The Tormentor, and then there was another scythe longsword that had like the fangs, like that fang horns.
So maybe it's a scythe. Yeah. Oof.
Well,
That's a scythe. Look, it goes straight down, and it hoops at the bottom here. Yeah, it's a scythe. Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. Good eyes there, man. Good eyes there.
Whoa.
Okay. It's a water weapon as well. It looks like. Or maybe that's
You're a
torn.
water weapon.
Stab. Oh, yeah, baby.
Please.
Oh, baby. The iron hammer.
Nice looking hammer.
It's a simple looking hammer. That's what you like. You just need a nice sleek looking hammer. That looks, but like this is the original hammer, but it's got like a guard
Yeah,
here
the
now.
top end is the Iron Devil or the
Yep,
OG
yeah,
hammer,
yeah, yeah.
and then it's got like
a
the
guard
new
here.
Astera branding.
And what armor set is this person wearing? This is the new looking set. It looks really cool. I'm trying to. It looks like nibble staff in a sense. In a way, but I can't really see because it's really bad quality.
Well, I mean, there were those early armors in all the games where you could, you made your leather, you started with your leather, and then you could make the battle, and then like kind of progress into the the hunter armor itself.
No helmet, maybe that's an option. It's got a really cool backpack, nice little tresset here.
I've seen a lot of people doing that during the beta. They just have the helmet option turned off, so you see the character's face, which is
I really like that. Well, the fact is, it makes sense because you spend a long time customizing your characters. Why won't you want to see the characters' faces? You know what I mean? It makes sense, in my opinion. That's
my immersions.
Here we are. Hey, this is. You mentioned this earlier. What was your thoughts on this?
Well, we talked about how a lot of the weapons, as they progressed, they just had like monster pieces sort of put on them, and then we were hoping that maybe late game you would actually see weapons that had the more wild, eccentric designs, where it looked like it came from the monster. And this kind of seems like a nice intermediate.
So what I'm thinking is
because that looks like Los, obviously.
Hear me out. Maybe you can when you start following a tree.
Or a Teo. That's like a Teo foot. Go on.
Maybe in my head, maybe you can do this. Maybe you can start slowly upgrading a weapon. Maybe you don't have to have all the parts straight away. You can slowly add to it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you have 6 scales, but you need a plate and something else afterwards. Where you can actually add the 6 plates to it, so you don't actually use the items later on. So they get stuck.
I cringe every time I heard the P word.
What? Plates. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I get it now. Because plates.
The memories.
Maybe you can add it to it, and then like once it's full upgrade, it'll then upgrade to the next tier, which of course will be the Rathalos looking lance.
I definitely think there's going to be like transitional phases visually for the weapons, and I like that. But
it's essentially, like I said, well, you add 6 scales to it, but you still need more plates. But like it's halfway through upgrading and looking different.
Yeah,
I like that idea. What armor set is this person wearing? Oh my god, that shield!
I like that jump thrust.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I couldn't figure out how to do it with the lance. The lance is definitely a tricky weapon to use now. Maybe I'm just bad at the game. I don't know, but it's a really cool it's a really cool jump thrust you did there. Kind of did jumped back and then jumped forward with the bar off there. Can't really see the armor set though. Okay, this is just badass. Okay, this is really cool. Can't see what the armor set that is. Briefly, yeah. It's really hard to see these. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can see a thong. I can see I can see it's a lady character. You can say that straight away.
You are upskirting this moment.
I didn't even mean to do it. I just clicked pause at the right moment. It's the perv in me, man. It knows. But
wow.
Okay, it's female as far as I know.
Down vote.
It's female armor, and oh god. Chasing Floofbat again. Rathalos,
yeah, that looks like the Tz armor, and the armor that we saw previously, I think is more along the lines of Legiana.
Here we are. This is this longsword animation looks fantastic. What the hell was that, man? Yeah, it was dual blades, man.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Longsword.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
Again, panty. Oh my god.
Collude.
Oh my god, I'm bad at this. This armor set though, man. This is maybe it's Tz, maybe because look, it's got like the same sort of looking armor bits. That
I don't know. What is that thong color look like to you, Robbie?
Shut up. Okay, there we go. No, it's straight away. That's that. You can see you see the cape. All right. Shut up. It's Tz's armor set. It looks like because it's got a cape.
I like those. They almost look like the Diablo's club dual blades, but at the same time, kind of look like the Maracas dual blades. So
you can see the blade bit here as well. It's got a blade here, then a massive chunk stuck onto the blade. So interesting. That's pretty cool. I like here that you've broken the part of the leg. It's literally flopping over. There you go. Okay, Legiana. This armor set though. This is Insect Glaive. I need to try. And this looks like. Here we go. Okay, that's the best I can do. I think it's got like a.
That looks like our Plague Doctor coat a little bit.
Maybe
yeah.
actually, yeah, because the armor set makes sense actually from that version. But the insect glaive's got like a sort of massive axe head. Yeah, look at that. There's a sort of giant axe head here, pretty much. It was kind of like a. It's a pretty big bit. And it's got like a
bardiche.
It's got like a weird sort of like pods here as well, like blue pods, and then it's like going to the massive blade here with the axe head at the end. It's a pretty interesting looking monster. Of course, Lagiana looks shocked as hell. So, such a cool badass monster. You got Switch Axe. Again, I had a bit of armor on that. I had a bit of a different looking. Yeah, Tazia thing stuck onto the weapon.
Now are you familiar with the term that the community has given the Switch Axe, the zero-sum file discharge?
Don't get what you mean. What are you on about?
So as you're attacking, you can go from axe mode to sword mode. But when you put it in sword mode, you can then do your normal attacks and then thrust it upwards and then expel the file or a portion of the file. People are basically, once you've used almost all of the file and you have literally nothing left, you can still use one last file explosion without the cost of the energy and the gauge.
Right, okay.
Zero sum. So like you're basically getting like one last final use out of it that normally I guess you wouldn't get, or at least people aren't realizing that you could get.
I see. Right, let's crack on. Oof. Oh, Jesus Christ, that blinded me. I'm in a dark room at the minute and that just bright flash just blinded me. Jesus. Good old Wyvern of Fire there. That's the bow and armor, hands down. With the big head, like fluffy hair with the bones hanging out, bone armor, bone legs. It's iconic. And this is really cool. Well, look at this charge. But look at this charge blade.
I like the head flinch animations.
Yeah, there's a really cool head flinch coming up. This armor looks like Floofbat. It's very fluffy looking. But for such a badass looking weapon, I mean, I think you need to like get your priorities straight, man. Badass weapon, fluffy armor. Come on. But that armor's really cool. I can't tell what monster that is. Is that Lagiana? Because it's lightning.
That's Leggies.
Because like it's got lightning coming off it.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because he's gonna hit him now. You can hit Raytheon with the lightning. Look there, it's your bush.
Toby.
There we are. Yeah, Toby. Yeah, Toby Gadachi. Yeah. This bit here, yeah, that's screaming Toby. That is there straight away. There's the lightning flash, bush. Anjanath.
They did a really good job with the particle effects between like the new visuals.
This is just, this is just crazy.
I wasn't able to mount with the bowgun in the beta.
Oh, I did, man. I made it my mission to mount people. It's pretty fantastic, especially
You're
good
really
ones.
Generous.
Especially okay. This is the Raytheon's longsword. I mean, not longsword, gunline. That's Raytheon's. It's hands down. And this looks like kind of like the. I'm gonna call it mudfish armor. Looks like Dredatoros' armor set here, and because it obviously offers quite black and red, this is very muddy looking with the red little fin coming out.
Yeah, the Volgana's armor kind of had like a strange Lord of the Rings old armor appearance to it, like shape, just like the shoulder pads and whatnot.
Yeah, good old gun lance. Yeah, this is the armor set I was on about with the. Rotten Veil.
Everybody's talking about this armor set. I think that's the Tio set because I think
it's Tio.
One of the Tio outfits had like the white hair crown feature.
I mentioned this in a comment. Who was like, "No, it's his hair, dude." I said, "Yeah, I don't think you can get that long hair, and it's very messy, like a mane." It looks like maybe the first stage of Teostra. Maybe if there's a G rank in world, there's probably be one with a cape because that's very iconic with the massive cape and the long shoulders and the random swords on your hilt. But
that looks like that Elder combat zone for Zora that they've been showing off.
Yeah. He's really cool, Nergigante. He's such a badass monster. Let's keep pushing on. What's this armor sets? Anything here I can? What's like this?
Now he swipes into the ground and something gets ejected the opposite way. So I'm wondering if like he literally turns the environment into a weapon against you.
Let's have a look. I need to put this in slow-mo. Sorry.
See the hunter? Okay, you see the hunter to the left? Technically his right arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one right there. Just watch.
Boof. Yo, he swat. Oh, I know. I can
keep watching.
I'm watching. Oh, okay. The guy went flying. I'm assuming what he does right. This is why, because seeing how aggressive this guy is, he puts his hand into the ground, swipes, and picks up a boulder as it's in the air and throws it to one side. Maybe that's a thing he does. Because he's just so aggressive. It might be a thing where he just literally just picks up boulders out of the ground.
I'm going to find an area where he can throw you at another monster like that, and then you can just rocket at them.
These guys, man. Are these like,
Grimmelkines?
I wasn't thinking Grimmelkines, no. What about the Shakalakas?
Oh, you know what? I hadn't considered that, but that could be like
Look,
a new age...
here, like, that's not a cat foot. They're wearing these sort of very tribal-looking armors. Shakalakas are all about tribal.
It does kind of throw back to Kayamba and...
Kayamba and Cha-Cha.
Cha-Cha.
It has to be these guys. It's very tribal-looking. Their weapons look very tribal. Cats are not tribal. You know, they're just, Grammarkines.
Yes and no.
Well, yes and no, but I mean, like, this is... I will never see a cat wear this unless, of course, you give them their armor set.
Right, right.
There's been no.
I think you hit it on the head.
There's been no mention about Shakalakas in any of the world. And of course, they've announced a lot of Poogies in it, but they've not shown Poogie. Shakalakas. They've not shown Shakalakas. Shakalakas. Shakalaka. Oh god, what the? He got hit by something. This guy did. His giant lava pool here. This guy got hit. He's in this white sort of aura. He's like spewing. What's this hammer guy here? He's just like, oh, what's the hammer? He just doesn't care. This guy's okay. And this guy's like the Warhammer. No. This is the hammer you get from the beta. It's got the fangs here.
Gillis.
Yeah.
That's a good hammer, man.
Yeah, there we go. Got hit. There we go.
So it's spewing molten rock and whatnot from its body, kind of like Dire Morales, and going back to earlier, how there was just like a random deposit in a different zone without there being like a trail of Zora coming through. I'm wondering if it's just spewing its Nergante seeds all over the Monster Hunter world.
Yeah. Easy. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is clearly there's like a fort here or something. There's all the spiky walls here as well, like a fort or something. But comparing the side, well, he's into let's walk over. He would give a damn.
Against
this guy here is wearing Tizzy armor here, but it's very spiky. With the weapon he's got here, it's very spiky. Look, he's got like.
I don't think that's Tizzy.
Yeah, it's got like the icon here on the cape here, and they've got something here as well. Maybe? I don't know, but it's very plate looking.
No, that looks like a completely new armor, Robbie.
Maybe, but the thing is, I'm proud of this hammer user. He knows when to get out. He's just going, screw this, man, I'm out. And he's got a hunter here as well. Okay, this guy, Jesus Christ. This guy's using a longsword. I think he's using the forest armor. It looks like he's wearing a hood and a mask.
I don't think that's a monster. I think it's environment.
No, it's a hunter, see? Okay, you can't see. Now look carefully, look carefully. That is definitely a hunter.
Good camera angle.
Look carefully on the right-hand side. That's a hunter.
Am I looking at the dot?
Yeah, that's a hunter. That's a hunter. That's a hunter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm just this guy got smacked. This hunter got smacked. He got smacked, of course, but he's wearing Rathalos armor, so he's better than everyone. And yeah, Nagagante, aggressive. And of course, we have the classic scene. I'm gonna put this in slow-mo because it is badass. Of Teostra and Nagagante squaring it up to each other. Jesus Christ, so freaking cool. I'm clearly
there was. Go ahead.
No. Like you can see the environment. What these look like they were high up crystals, but they look like they've been shredded, like in a fight or something. These things look destroyed around. So is there going to be 3 Elder Dragons in one area? Like because Nagagante.
Well, we've seen Tio fight Kusha in a very similar, if not the same exact spot in the air. So
you can have 3 Elder Dragons in one area. My God. If that's true, holy crap. That's terrifying if that's true. Whew. Yeah, that's scary.
In the beta, like, Juratotus would wrap itself around Bareth, and I'd go and get hits on both of them. But, I mean, I don't really know if you want to get in the middle of that.
No, I think it'll take a lot of damage. I mean, I want to test it. I'd love to walk up and go, hey, what's going on? Just got smacked by this. And then, yeah, this is the end of the trailer showing off this badass scene here. Oh no, yeah, Nagagante, this really cool scene here of the veteran hunter. Actually, this is when he's sliding down the mountain trying to fight Nagagante. Or is this when he gets killed? Because he's just sitting there quite happily minding the business. Is he gonna die? Is this character gonna get killed off?
Is that the veteran hunter?
Yeah, it is. That's his helmet. That's the long sword.
Yeah, you're right. That's the verdant
And
green.
he's just sitting there. He's not moving. Is he gonna? We're witnessing someone dying, maybe, man. Like the first death in Monster Hunter.
You want to make a YouTube video about it? How appalling!
How Capcom? How could you? Death in a hunting game? But yeah, Nagagante is gonna slam down on this guy. But no, it's good. Thank you so much for Virtue for joining us on this very, very late night. It's been good. I hope the breakdown video actually was entertaining, guys, and we're going through everything. Sorry it's so long. It's probably going to be quite long. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to edit, because it's a 3-minute trailer. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, head up Virtue on Twitch. I'll put his link in the description below. He'll be streaming tons of Monster Hunter World, because he is...
Ungodly amounts.
Ungodly amounts of Monster Hunter. Of course, I'll be doing content for it as well in the future. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And if you guys you want to share it around, feel free to share it around. That's pretty much anything else. Want to say, Virtue? Anything you want to say at the end?
No, I think we're good. Beta round 3, 19th to 22nd.
It's very good. Anyway, take care of yourself, guys, and have a good day. Bye bye. Ooh, squeaky chair. Squeaky chair.